All right, this video is going out to the people who actually ask questions about the batteries. I don't want people saying, DJ Steady Binders, you always repeating yourself. so, so I got 3 of these batteries, right? I got 2 of these, 600, and 1 of this one. So I'm gonna explain what happened. So they sent me a picture of the deck, and they said this is where the wedding's gonna be, and they asked me, what you think you want to, where do you think you want to set up at? He goes, because we want to make the deck as the primary. We're going to have the ceremony there. We're going to have the dance there. So I said, okay. I don't want to put my equipment up there, like, be in the way of all that. So I was asking questions, and then I said, okay, well, here's what I think. I said I could put the speakers on the side on the deck, and I could be on the side off the deck. They like that. They like that. I said I could even put my speakers off the deck, but it was kind of like low, so it'll be kind of halfway. So that wasn't a good idea. So I put my speakers up there, and I even set up a T-bar, my speaker stand with that dual speaker mount, and I set it up, and because I got there early. I was there Friday to set up, and they're doing the practice. And I set it up and I showed them. I said, this is what it's going to look like. Do you like it like this? Or I could put that the lights in the back of the deck, like somewhere back here in the back of at the front of the deck, I guess. And they said, no. I said, it'll be cool over there. We're going to have a decorations there. So I said, okay. And I'm kind of glad that the decoration showed up too, because then I could actually start, squeezing things in and setting it up. And it worked out perfect. Now let me show you something. So I had a speaker here with my lights right next to it. A speaker there with the lights next to it. Now the way I split it up, I put one battery there, and a battery to power my system. And when I explained that to him, they liked that too, because he actually built the whole deck, and they put new lights in the back to light up the trees and to light up what is those garden lights? Those guarding lights? I don't know what they call. But he put a bunch of new lights up in there. He's going to put a power back there. And I actually told him I have batteries. My batteries last pretty good. So he was kind of happy that I had the batteries. I just told him that, just got to be fully charged. And then the ceremony is going to start at 5. And it ends at 11. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 6 hours. But I started the music a little early because people were showing up. So I was just playing mellow music a little early. Here's the thing where I want to explain about the batteries. This was powering a light, and I didn't turn on the light, so it started getting a little darker. Maybe at 7:30, I turned the lights on. Look at this. So I'm at 42%. So remember, I was powering one speaker and one light, but I turned the light on and so it started getting dark around 7:30. So I think that's pretty good. That's almost 7 hours I was using this battery for. 7 hours, and I still got 42%. Now, if I were to turn on the light and the speaker on at the same time, I probably could do maybe 5 hours, 5, 6 hours, But since I turned the light on a little late, I got 7 hours out of it. Same thing with this one. Actually, this one, when I started the music, this one was powering my sub and my system. So I had one sub under my table, and it was powering my system. So this battery powered my system and my sub. I turned the sub on when the dance started. So I didn't turn on the sub for the ceremony. I didn't turn on the sub for when they were eating dinner. I was playing mellow music. I turned it on as soon as, like, with the same thing with the lights. Around 7:30, I turned on the sub. Now this one, same thing, 7 hours, and look at where we at on this one, 32%. So I still have plenty of juice for this one. I have plenty of juice for that one. So if they wanted to do, let's say they wanted to do 4 hours of dancing or something, I probably could have went another hour, 2 hours maybe. And this one right here could have went another 3 hours. So it worked out pretty good. So like I said, this is all, I like the way I did the setup. I like the way I did this one. I split up the batteries. I put one battery here, one battery there. And like I said, one powered the speaker and my light, and the other battery part, and this one powered my whole system. I like the way it worked out. It worked out pretty good. I did wanted to split. I want to put my lights in the back. Like I said, I could have put my light in the back, but he didn't like that because I wanted it for the best part 60 shining towards the center of the dance floor. So in that case, I just put all the 4 best part 60s in the back, or in the right here with the speakers shining this way. So I aimed the lights different positions. I put like a light on the edge here so people won't fall off the edge of the deck, and I put another one like towards the edge so they could see the edge of the deck, and then I put the other 2 towards the center of the dance floor. I never really aim them up. I just kind of shine the dance floor so people could see the dance floor. And of course I put uplighting. I have 8 uplighting, and I just shine it on the trees. I also had one underneath my had one light underneath my facade, my skirt for the lights. So I had 2 under the skirts, and I had 2 shining on the flower decoration that they had. But then the other 4 were shining on the trees. So it looked good. It looked good. I like it. I like the way it came out. I didn't record much footage. You know, I did, but since I was here and I put the tripod, I put the tripod over there somewhere. When I shine it, like I shine it somewhere, and then I go play music, I forget all about it. So it's shining towards nothing, you know? So I was like, yeah, well, I just recorded a lot of nothing, you know? I didn't shine it towards this way, you know? So that's why I need like maybe a second person to record stuff, you know? But it worked out pretty good. I got a little bit of footage. So I'm gonna charge up the batteries. And I like the batteries. They come out in handy. They really come in handy, especially when you have scenarios like this, like somewhere they want you to set up somewhere like in the middle. I don't want to run an extension cord, and I already know how long these batteries last. I always tell them I could do 6 hours. I always tell them just 6 hours. I could do 6 hours, you know, but it goes longer than that. Like I did 7 hours, and I still got 32%. The way I split the batteries, you know. Oh, I was explaining. So if I were to put the lights in the back, then I still had the way I was gonna do it. The way I was gonna do it, my plan was I have a little red 300 watt battery. I was gonna plug it up to one of these, right? One of the light, and I was gonna plug up this the same way, my speaker, and to a light, and then the other speaker will have the other one. I don't know if that makes sense, but I would have just had one, because if I would have put this right here, this light powering both speakers, I would have got less hours. I would have got maybe 5 hours, like I said, 5 hours, 6 hours. So yeah, I think 5 hours. 6 hours kind of pushing it. You never know. Like I said, depends on the music you're playing. The more louder you're getting, you know. So the crank, like if I were to play straight up 5 hours loud, you know, I could do 5 hours. I think I could do 5 hours off of this one. Both speakers plugged up to it. Everything plugged up to this, speakers and system, no sub. I could get 5 hours probably off this one, 1500 watt battery. But since I take the sub now, sometimes I'm like, it's kind of tricky. Or I could always plug this up to the sub and plug this up to my system, you know. All right, this is your boy DJ Steady Manos. I know you always say I repeat myself, but this is things that I learned. I like the way I did it this time. I got more battery juice by splitting them like that. You know. All right, I'm out. Peace.